to another Halifax Mets Radio Live stream broadcast. We have a doubleheader coming up for you today, with the first game starting at 11 o'clock, the next game starting at around 2 o'clock, maybe a little earlier, we'll see, between the 15U AAA Halifax Mets and the 15U AAA Yarmouth Gateways, who have very kindly journeyed up all the way from Yarmouth. Must have started early in the morning. You can see Coach Steph Newell there talking at the plate with the umps as Coach Nick Gage is exchanging lineups and discussing the ballpark. It's going to be an exciting confrontation, I think, between two teams that have really revved up their game. The Mets dropped a couple here at Graves to the Gateways earlier in the season. I can't quite remember when. I should look that up. But they realized at the time that they had a challenge ahead of them, and they have been looking forward to this opportunity to measure themselves once again against the, I think it's fair to say, the thus far strongest team in the province. The Gateways have only lost 2 games all year, I think. One in a tournament final, and one against Hammonds Plains yesterday. I think that was in. Oh, the balls are. All right, so I can see the Mets defensive configuration here. They have 10 players. So in left field, it's Caius Mitchell. In center field, it's Carson Johnson. In the right field, it's Keaton Bond. At first base, it's Carter McFadden. At second base, Thomas Myers. At shortstop, Jack Hartling. At third base, Fernando Sucre. Behind the plate is Connor Kennedy. And starting on the mound for the Halifax Mets is Declan Piers. We'll have some more information about the Yarmouth defensive configuration and lineup as soon as the game actually gets underway, and I'm able to start following along like all of you as well on the Game Changer app. Big shout out to our Halifax Mets scorer, uh, who is Vince Myers. And I think the game is also being scored on the Yarmouth side of the fence by Andy Brown, although maybe somebody else, I'm not sure. So it's great to be able to bring this broadcast to you. Hopefully, we have both some Halifax and some Yarmouth listeners who have tuned in. It's a truly gorgeous day. It's not even too hot yet. Here it's, of course, only 11 o'clock, but there's just enough cloud cover to prevent us from all roasting in our own juice here at Graves Oakley. It's a nice breeze up here normally until it gets to the evening and it starts to become a frigid blast. All right, so here we go. We are about to get underway, and I believe it is Hudson Newell standing in, number 11, for the Gateways to lead it off here in game one of this doubleheader, top of the first. First pitch is a slider outside. Let me position myself a bit here. Fastball will be down for ball two. Blown away for ball three. Fastball is hit high in the air, might be playable. Connor Kennedy is over, and he will dismiss it for strike two. Strike one, pardon me. 3-1. So second life for Hudson. V1 is fouled back off the handle for strike two, full count here on first Gateways hitter. And this will be sliced foul. Three and two again. Fastball hit on the ground. It'll be take a weird hop under the glove of the third baseman, and that's a Newell will reach. So Gateways have a base runner, and the batter will be Caden Brown, number 77. Newell taking his lead off first, held there by Carter McFadden. Here's glances over, he's going, and there's the throw down, and not quite in time as the speedy Newell takes second base. One strike on Brown. Curveball, it'll be down. Sure if the batter swung on that or not. Too focused on the pitch. So Newell came to third on a wild pitch. That was a ball not swung on, so one ball and one strike on Brown. Newell now on third. Hard fastball swung on and missed for strike two, 1-2. Here's checks off first sign, comes set, and delivers. And it's change up. Low for ball two, 2-2. Swung on a miss for strike three. And McFadden will reach on a drop third strike. The throw to first, allowing Newell to come in and score. So the Gateways are on the board. Round runner now on first. Fastball taken for a called strike one. Batter is Ben Wesley. Fastball on the outside corner for strike two, 0-2. Wesley looks down to Coach Newell at third, where a set of signs has been delivered to both batter and runner. We'll see if they send the runner. He's going, and it's hit on the ground. It'll be a flaring ball. Myers will pick it up and fire to first for the out as Brown advances on the fielder's choice. And it'll be one away here in the top of the first. Merrick Nickerson now the batter. First pitch to Nickerson is up and in for ball one. Bouncing ball to short. Hartling will pick it and throw to first, where McFadden makes a good scoop with two hands to get the second out. Brown now on third as he is advanced, and the batter will be Blake Mood Ross. Ball will be outside, one ball. Called strike one on the outside corner, 1-1. It'll be just low, 2-1 on Woodross. This will be sliced foul. Hopefully still within the realm of findability. 1-2. Hard fastball as Woodross gets a piece of it to stay alive. 1-2. Fastball just off the plate for ball 2-2. Good eye by like Woodross on that last one. That'll be inside. 3-2. Ball four, I guess. All right, sorry, lost track. So Woodross will draw the walk and will be runners at the corners. And the batter will be Carson McKenzie. Fastball off the plate for ball one. Fastball up, no throw. 2-0 on McKenzie. Or is that second and third, two-way? Will be fouled back off the top of the thing and then back into this field, I think. 2-1. So be hammered to center. So an RBI single for McKenzie as he cashes in Brown from third. But a good strong throw from the center fielder. Johnson holds Woodross at third base. Runners at the corners again. And the batter now will be Rose. Michael Rose, pardon me. He's hit on the ground, and it'll be off the glove of the third baseman, and that'll cash in 2 runs. So with that, the Gateways extend their lead to 4. Still two-way, and runner Rose now on first base. First pitch to Barnes. Connor Barnes is sure what it was actually. Lost track. It'll be lone outside. Count now 1-1. Hit on the ground to Myers at second. He will flip the ball to Hartling at second for the third out. Not before the Gateways strike first with 4 runs. None of them earned. So I have a sense here, I think, of the Gateways defensive configuration. It's number 77 starting on the mound for the Gateways. That is Caden Brown. And I believe it's Ben Wesley behind the plate. Yes, it is. Unless it's Carson McKenzie, actually. I can't quite. No, it's got to be Ben. All right, so the Mets batting order is Thomas Myers, followed by Declan Pierce, then Caius Mitchell, then Fernando Sucre, then Carter McFadden, then Carson Johnson, then Jack Hartling, then Connor Kennedy, Keaton Vaughn, and John Park. I don't know my gateways as well as I should already, but I think I'll have some information coming up. First base is Connor Barnes. Hudson is at short. Caleb Berry not in the lineup for the Gateways, as he wasn't in the doubleheader yesterday against Hammonds Plains. Hopefully he's not hurt. Hard pitch from Barnes to start it off against Myers. Will be a fastball low, 1 ball. Bouncing ball to first base. Myers sprints, but he will not be in time as Connor Barnes will step on first for the first out. Now batting for the man, number 21, Declan Pierce will stand in. The starting pitcher for the Halifax Mets. They'll take the first pitch, a hard fastball for called strike 1. Declan swinging a purple bat. Seems to have a kind of emblem on it. Reminds me of nothing so much as a slider outside. Nice pitch, but not tempting. Pierce. Reminds me of a student prize edition of a classical text. I have several ones that are stamped with the logos of. This will be a bouncing ball. It'll be foul. Fortunately, I think for the Mets, as otherwise, first baseman Barnes would probably have put a stop to it and steps on the bag. Count now 1-2 on Pierce. Slider swung on and missed for strike 3. Beautiful pitch. So Brown collects his first K, and there'll be 2 away here for Mitchell. Number 99, Mitchell. Slider swung on and missed for strike 1. Elevated fastball. Swing and a miss for strike two. Ball, strike three on the outside corner. So that's another K for Brown, and Mets sent down in order in the bottom of the first. No changes defensively for the Mets as we head to the bottom of the second, top of the second, pardon me. So due up for the Gateways are Pierce, Thurber, and then Hart. All right. Eli Pierce will be the batter, the right fielder. Last ball taken for a call and strike one. That'll be high. Change up. One ball and one strike. Fastball down. 2-1. Pierce stands out. Adjusts his helmet. Sends it again. Will be taken for call strike two. Pierce checking a swing, but strike being called. Pierce gets his sign. Foul back into the rugby area where there are no rugby players that I can see. They seem to come and go in a sort of field of dreams type phantasm. 2-2. Called strike three on the slider. So Pierce strikes out Pierce. And batter will be Thurber. Sam Thurber. Last ball will miss. Going away. Be down. 2 balls on Thurber. Fastball. Swung on. Missed for strike one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fastball lifted to center field. Johnson is under it, and he will make the grab for the second out. So the batter now is Tyson Hartley. First pitch taken on the inside corner for called strike one. Hard fastball will rebound straight into the glove of Connor Kennedy. 1-1. Fastball taken for called strike two to knees. 1-2 on Hartley. This will be sliced foul. I'm afraid that's irretrievable. Although John Park has it on it. Still 1-2. That'll miss up and away. 2-2. It'll be a slider up and in for ball three. Full count on Hartley. Fastball high, so Hartley will work the walk. Nice at bat by him. And the Gateways have a runner with two away, and Hudson Newell the batter. Called strike one. Newell, of course, one of the three players at the 15U level chosen to participate on the 17U provincial team. He has been very successful. Called strike two, 0-2. There goes the runner. Swung on and missed for strike three. So the Gateways held scoreless in the top of the second. And we head to the bottom of the inning, where the Mets will want to begin chipping away at the 4-run lead that the Gateways leaped up to in the first inning. Due up for the Mets are Sucre, McFadden, and Johnson. So it looks like it'll be Nickerson at third, Newell at short, Barnes at first, and and oh, McKenzie at second. Wesley behind the plate. Brown turned to work on the mound. It's in left field. It is Rose. In center field, Mudross, and in right field, it is Pierce. For the man, number 13, Fernando Sucre. Sucre stands in. Slider. Swung on and missed for strike one. Hard fastball bounced to third, where Nickerson makes a good play, and it'll be just off the glove of the first baseman, and Sucre will reach. Now for the man, number 26, Carter McFadden. The Mets have a base runner, and we'll see if they challenge the arm of Ben Wesley here. Brown looks over at first, and he steps off. Batter is Carter McFadden. There goes Sucre. The throwdown is almost in time. I think the throw, which was a good one, not quite fielded cleanly, and Sucre, therefore, steals second. It'll be down for ball two on McFadden. Hammered to second, where throw is to first, and they get him. The throw to third is a bit down and not fielded cleanly at third, so Sucre able to come in and score. So one away, and Sucre in for the first Mets run of the game. They now trail 4-1. For the man, number 2, Carson Johnson, the batter here with one away. First pitch, fastball at the knees for call, strike one. Slider dropped in there with the front door, as they say. 1-2. Slider will break off the plate. Good take by Johnson, 1-2. Fastball down, 2-2. Slider, swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 away. Now batting for the man, number 7, Jack Hartley. Jack Hartley will be better with 2 away. Slider will be high, ball 1. Hard fastball, 2-0. This is hit on the ground to Nickerson at third. He will scoop it up and fire to first, where they will get Hearts for the third out. All right, so Parker's come in at first base, and McFadden shifted over to left field, taking over from Mitchell. Otherwise, no changes for the Mets. It's Sidgray at third, Harting at short, Myers at second, McFadden, as mentioned, in left field, Johnson in center, Bond in right field, Park at first base, as mentioned, and Kennedy behind the plate. Here is returning to his third inning of work on the mound for the Mets. So due up for the Gateways are Brown, Wesley, and Nickerson. As the strains of Dick Dale and the Deltones fade. Oddly enough, I just went into a deep dive on Wikipedia about Dick Dale last night. Interesting story. First pitch to Hayden Brown will be inside. Will be high. 1 ball. Slider is popped high. Is it playable? Just out of the range of Sucre. 1 ball and 1 strike. Literally bounced into the third base dugout. 1-1. Slider will miss outside. 2-1. Brown reached on a drop third strike in his first plate appearance. Fastball will be high. 3-1. Will be low and outside. So Brown will draw the walk, and with run away, he will become a base runner. Hitter now, Ben Wesley. Fastball dribbled up the third base line. It's going to be hard play. Sucre's no throw. It was like a perfect bunt to the swing. Literally up the third base line by 2 inches the entire distance. Infield hit for Ben. And there'll be 2 on for Nickerson. Fastball outside, 1 ball. inside. High. 2-0. This ball is fouled back into rugby territory. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. Dixon just gets the tip of the bat on it and fouls it away for strike 2, 2-2. This will be hit deep. It could be playable. It is. Johnson will be under it, and he will get good throw in quickly for the out. Nice read by Johnson on a well struck ball by Eric Dickerson. 1 away. Runner is unable to advance as the throw from Johnson was a good one. And Lakewood Ross will stand in. And that'll be ball high, which came to the backstop, and Kennedy throwing quickly to third, but not in time to catch Brown, who came to third as Wesley came to second. 1 away and 2 runners in scoring position here. Count of 1-0. The inside, 2 balls. Last ball down. 3-0. Ross shows bunt, and he will pull it back, but it will be called. Strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Mood Ross will. It's his second walk of the game. Time called as Coach Feltmate will come out to chat with his pitcher and infield, well, just the pitcher and catcher. As the Gateways have the bases loaded with 1 away and are threatening here again in the third. All right, so a wild pitch allows Brown to come in to score. Wesley came to third, Wood Ross to second. So the batter is McKenzie. He's 1 for 1, having singled on a line drive to center. He will take a big cut at that one for swinging strike. 1-1. The changeup, I believe. Seen a lot of those from Pierce. This one hit in the air. It'll be landing fair in shallow right field, and that will cash in 1 run and 2 runs, in fact, as Genzi will come to second on a double as he collects a couple of RBIs and extends the Yarmouth lead to 7-1. This is fouled straight off the chest protector of the ump, fortunately. And the ump, Mike Duggan, behind the plate, fortunately possessing absolutely industrial grade Wilson's chest protector, which is the envy of the umping community. Stood him in good stead there. As Rose, the batter, will foul off that one. It's now 0-2. It's 0-2 on Rose. Kenzie is the runner on second. One away. Slider is fouled straight back to the soccer field. And kudos to the Yarmouth fan who is diligently collecting these foul balls back in the soccer area. 0-2. Pick off at second, but Kenzie diving back safe. Still 0-2. Fastball is off the plate, and Mackenzie will come over to third as the ball came to the backstop. Fastball lined to left. That'll be a base hit RBI for Rose as he cashes in Mackenzie from third and extends the Yarmouth lead to 8-1. We got Connor Barnes, the first baseman. Fastball called, strike one. So be lifted high, infield fly, and Myers is under it to make the grab for the second out as Rose obliged to return to first. 2-away. And the batter, number 37, Pierce. That's Pierce versus Pierce, round two. Fastball high, the throw down is not in time as the speedy Rose takes second base. So be lifted to shallow left field, and Be a base hit for Pierce as Rose comes to third. Runners at the corners then for next hitter, who is Thurber. Called strike one. And it'll be foul the good ways back. 1-2 on Thurber. Slider is lifted to center and caught by Carson Johnson on the run for the third out. So the Gateway strand a couple, but not before they add four more, as they have their second four-run inning of the game here in the top of the third. And now lead by a score of 8-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Who up for the Mets are Kennedy, Bond, and Park. Gunnar Kennedy will stand in, number 35. The ball outside. One ball. Will be down 2-0. Fastball on the inside corner for strike one, 2-1. This will be lined to center, a base hit for Connor. That's the first hit for the Mets in this game. All right, Keaton Bond will stand in, the right fielder. He will hit this one sharply on the ground. They will try and turn two, one at second, and Keaton is safe at first as the throw from second was slightly up and away to the first baseman, and so he reaches on a fielder's choice. One away, and the runner at first will be Bond as John Park will stand in. Slider will be high, 1 ball. All right, still 1-0. This will be hit to right. It'll be base hit for Park, and they will hold. Oh, Bond is going to third, and he is in safe as he slides in under the tag. Wow, some aggressive base running by Keaton Bond pays off as he goes first to third on the single. First and third with 1 out. Park the runner at first, Bond the runner at third, and the hitter is Myers, and there's the throw down to second. And John Park will steal second base. Count now 1-0. One away. Myers with 2 runners in scoring position here. The count 1-0. Shows bunt, and he will lay it down, but it'll be foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Four called, strike 2. Fastball hit to first, where Barnes will step on the bag for the out, but an RBI collected as Bond will cross the plate. And Park comes third. All right, so Declan Pierce will stand in with 2 out and a runner on third. Fastball off the plate. Good grab there by Wesley. 1-0. Curveball. This is high. 1-1. We haven't seen a lot of curveballs from Brown thus far. Fastball down. 3-0 on Pierce. It'll be down. Ball 4. Park wisely holding up at third as Wesley was quickly back to the ball. And Brown covering. But first and third. And Caius Mitchell will stand in. Fastball will be down. 1-0. Fastball hit on the ground, bouncing ball. It'll be through to the left side. It'll cash in Park as Myers comes to second base. Mets whittling away at the Yarmouth lead. They now trail 8-3. For the man, number 15, Fernando Sucre. And with first runners at first and second, 2 away, the batter will be Fernando Sucre. He'll hit this one on the ground. Nickerson picking it up, and he will fire to first, and it'll be off the glove of the first baseman. Here comes Spears. He will score. Mitchell comes around to third. 8-4 then for the Gateways. First and third again. The Mets putting together a bit of a 2-out rally. And the batter will be Carter McFadden. Sucre not going. Pitches a fastball low and away. Good grab by Wesley. There goes Sucre. And it'll be a fastball inside. There's the throw down. And it'll be into right field. Mitchell will come in to score. Sucre comes to third. As the Mets now trail 8-5. As they have a 4-run inning of their own. Count 2-0 on McFadden. It'll be a nice slider, but it'll break down below the zone for ball 3. Sucre on third. Fastball on the outside corner for a call. Strike 1, 3-1. Call strike 2, full count on McFadden. Brown battling back. Slider swung on and missed 4, strike 3. So Brown's slider standing him in good stead as he gets out of the inning. And we're back to a 3-run game. Funny how a 3-run game seems like a big gap in the early innings, because the mind kind of extrapolates from that to what would happen if that just kept going. And then by the time you get to the middle game, 3 runs seems like a pretty close game. At least in a game like this where both teams have been scoring big sometimes. So it looks like Mitchell is coming on in relief here for the Mets. No changes otherwise. Sucre at third. Hartling at short. Myers at second. Park at first. Bond in right. Johnson in center. And McFadden in left. Going to be behind the plate. Mitchell, the beneficiary of a haircut since his last appearance on the mound. or indeed in public. You're up for gateways will be Hartley, Newell, and Brown. All right, we are ready to go in the top of the fourth. First pitch will be a fastball down, 1 ball. Next pitch at the knees, called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. For a ball, swung on and missed for strike two. Last ball will be down, 2-2. Last ball down, 3-2. It's 3-2. It'll be line to left field. It'll be rolling into the corner, and they're going to hold him at first. And it's a base hit for Tyson Hartley, getting the gateways going here in the top of the fourth. Moving up Hudson Newell, number 11. For a ball, taken for a called strike one. For a ball is stayed on the ground. It'll be through for a base hit, and they're gonna throw. They're gonna send him to third. Tyson slid into third. Not sure what the chain of events was there, but when wearing these okay. His ankle is all right. Well, it's a base hit for Newell, who also came to second on the throw. And the batter will be Brown. He's 0 for 1. This pitch to him is a fastball down, 1 ball. Hit on the ground, it'll be stopped by Myers, who will pick it up and throw to first, where they get one. But it's an RBI for Brown as he catches in Thurber from Hartley rather from third. Newell coming to third, where he will stand with one away, and Ben Wesley, the batter. Fastball, slow on the outside corner for ball one. Low, 2-0. Good block there by Kennedy. Curveball dropped in there for a called strike one, 2-1. Hard fastball swung through for strike two, 2-2. Mitchell battling back. Curveball dropped in for a call, third strike. Two away, and called strike one. Will be ball one, one ball, one strike. Hitter is Nickerson. Curveball dropped in for a called strike two, 1-2. Hard fastball fouled back, 1-2. Curveball hit on the ground on the right side. That'll be an RBI for Nickerson as he cashes in Newell from third. And Blake Ross, the batter, he will foul this one away behind the third base fence for strike one. One strike. One on Ross. That'll be a fastball low. One ball, one strike. Good eye by Ross. Fastball outside, 2-1. Swing and a miss, and the runner will steal. Oh, wow. Get the wheels on Nickerson. 2-2 on Ross as Nickerson places himself in scoring position. This will be hit a line drive. It'll be knocked down by Hartling. I think it hit the runner. So that's the third out. Just lined straight at Nickerson, and he's hobbling a little bit as he comes off as he took that one off. I suppose the inner leg, that would be his left leg, and he's wincing a bit. He's a tough character, but that's got a sting. All right, so we won't often see that. And there's no way to get out of a ball that hit that sharply. All right, so the Gateways pick up a couple on the strength of some ground ball hits and a line drive to start things off by Hartley, who came around to score. And they have extended their lead 10-5 as we now head to the bottom of the fourth. Brown returning to work on the mound. Woodross is coming at third, which may mean that Nickerson has some pitching in his future. He is available, I believe. I don't think he pitched in the games yesterday. Newell remains at short. And I believe Barnes is at first. And it's got to be McKenzie still at second. Leslie's behind the plate. Pierce is in center. Not quite sure about the other fielders in left and right. But all right, leading it off for the Mets here in the bottom of the fourth is Carson Johnson. Fastball taken for a called strike one on the outside part of the plate. Slider off the plate, but nice attempt at a frame there by Wesley. I guess it was a frame. 1-1. Their slider, this one swung on and missed for strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Johnson. Hard fastball for strike 3. One away.
Now, buddy, for the man, number 7, Jack Hartley.
And Jack Hartling the batter. First pitch is ball 1. Slider dropped in there for strike 1. Actually, that one might have been the curveball again. 1-1. Hard fastball called strike 2. 1-2 on Hartling. Slider will be down in the dirt for ball 2, 2-2. And I'm pretty sure Brown has both the curveball and the slider. You don't see a lot of pitchers who have the 2 options in their breaking ball, but they behave differently. Fastball, ball, 3-2. Slider swung on and missed for strike 2. Strike 3, pardon me. Second K of the inning for Brown. And Connor Kennedy will stand in. He got the first hit for the Mets in the second inning, maybe third rather. Must have been the second. Takes the first pitch for a called strike one. Slider called strike two. Just catches the bottom part of the zone. 0-2. Fastball inside. 1-2. Slider down. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball swung on a missed as Brown strikes out the side here in the bottom of the fourth. We head to the top of the fifth. So through 4 innings, it's Yarmouth has 10 hit runs on 10 hits. They've made 4 errors. Halifax has 5 runs on 3 hits. They've made 1 error. All right. First pitch is swung and a missed for strike one. Two strikes on the batter, who is McKenzie. And it'll be caught for first out. That'll bring up Rose. Called strike one, please. On the batter, Rose. lined to second, where it's caught by Thomas Myers for the second out. 2 away. And the batter will be Barnes. It'll be a foul ball. For ball. Barnes is not offer at it. 1-1. Hard fastball fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Search is on for the ball. Count is 1-2. It's 1-2 for a ball, but again, Barnes not offering. 2-2. Good disciplined approach by Barnes at the plate. Fastball called, strike 3 in the upper outside corner. So the Gateway is go in order here in the top of the fifth. And the Mets have a chance to try and carve their way back towards a narrower deficit than they currently face, which is that of 5 runs. So Brown returning to work on the mound for his 5th inning. He has been really effective. As his 4th inning of work, he struck out the side. So far, he has thrown 61 pitches. No changes defensively for the Gateways in the infield that I can see, nor in the outfield. And Pierce is in the right. Oh, it's number 45. Thurber is in Pierce is in center. Thurber is in the right. Can't swear who's in left. Unless he turns around. He might turn around. Oh, no. Faces the ball. All right, the batter will be Keaton Bond. First pitch to him is a fastball at the knees. Which, by the way, is sitting about 75 with his fastball, as is Barnes in this contest. That one. Dow took something off it. Called strike 2. That was at 68. '77. Fastball low and away. 1-2 on Maunder. Slider, he will swing at and miss for strike three. That's the fourth K in a row for Barnes.
Now batting for the man, number 19, John Barr.
Actually, it's fifth. Calls, swing and miss rather for strike one on Park. Stands in. Slider at 62 miles an hour, swung on and missed for strike two. Hard fastball at 77, swung on and missed for strike three.
Now batting for the man.
That's the sixth Mets batter in a row retired by Brown on strikes. Thomas Myers will stand in, looking to prevent continuation of that streak. Curveball. That is the curveball for sure. That came in at 58. Major difference in speed for the Mets hitters to try and cope with. One strike. And a slider. Get the reading on that one, but that was definitely faster. 1-2 on Myers. As he offered to that one. Hard fastball at 78, but up for ball one. 1-2. And a hard fastball up and in. 2-2. Curveball. Fouled away. Still 2-2. So be fouled away to the shallow rugby area. Slider at 70 miles an hour. Having fun with this pocket radar, I must say, provided by Joe McFadden, father of Carter, a pitcher on our team. Oh, that was a nice pitch. Might have been the changeup. Full count. 3-2. Hard fastball hit on the ground. It'll be under the glove of the first baseman for a base hit for Thomas Myers. So the Mets have a runner. They were two away.
Now batting for the man, number 21, Declan Pierce.
And Declan Pierce will be the batter. There goes Myers. And the first pitch is taken for a called strike one. Slider, I believe. One as Myers steals second. Curveball dropped in there for strike two. 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike three. Now Brown collects another K as the Mets will strand Myers at second. Brown has 10 Ks on the day so far through 5 innings. He's thrown 79 pitches. Walked one. 2 earned runs. All right, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Sorry, top of the sixth, pardon me. Top of the sixth. So through 5, Gateways have 10 runs on 10 hits. They've made 5 errors. Halifax, 5 runs on 3 hits. They've made 1 error. Mitchell returning to work for his 3rd inning here. No defensive changes. As McFadden is in left, Johnson in center, Bond in right, Park at first, Myers at second, Hartz at short, Sucre, pardon me, at third, Kennedy behind the plate, and Mitchell on the mound. Due up for the Gateways are Pierce, Thurber, and Hartley. There's the throwdown, and we are ready to go. That's looking to prevent the Gateways from extending their lead, and then hoping to come back on the sticks in the bottom of the inning. Batter is Pierce. He's 1 for 2. Fastball will be down. 1-0. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hard fastball will be up for ball 2, 2-1. Off speed pitch, changeup, I think, at 70 miles an hour for called strike 2, 2-2. For ball, Pierce does not offer at it, and the count will be full. Hard fastball. It'll be up, so Pierce will draw the walk. And the Gateways have a base runner. Batter will be Thurber. Looks down to Coach Newell at third for his sign. Pierce, the runner, taking a lead off first, held there by Park. Fastball will be off the plate, and Pierce will come to second. 1 ball. Bunt is down at first. Mitchell will field it and flip to Park for the out. 1 away as they move Pierce over to third. Well bunted by Thurber, doing a job. And that will bring up Hartley. Fastball off the plate for ball 1. Called strike 1. Fastball down, 2-1. 2-1 is fouled back a long way. 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner for the out. 2 away. And that'll bring up Hudson Newell. The top of the lineup for Gateways with 2 away and a runner on third. The ball. Nice pitch, but Newell not tempted by it. Getting a good read. 1 ball. Hard fastball, high. 2-0. Called strike 1 at the knees. 2-1. Fastball taken for a called strike 2. 2-2. For a ball, fouled. 2-2. I think it may have gone off his foot as he is stepping gingerly. We'll give him a bit of time to just stride around and ensure that all the tendons are still firing. 2-2. For a ball again, spoiled. Fastball on the outside corner. Spoiled again as Newell is battling well here. Quite a battle between Mitchell and Newell. As Newell has fouled off the last 3 pitches, all of which have been strikes. For a ball, down. Newell not offering at it. Full count. Hard fastball is hit in the air it'll be down for a base hit, and that'll cash in Pierce from third. It's an RBI single for Hudson Newell as he wins the battle. That'll extend the Gateways lead to 11-5. Newell, the runner, a very speedy one on first base, and the batter will be, Brown. Hard fastball, and that'll be the backstop for ball 1. Newell taking second. So Newell will steal third, on the thing as the throw to third was a bit down and came into left field. Fastball swung on, and it'll be grounded to short. The throw to first is in time to get him. So Yarmouth extends its lead, and they now lead 12-5 after. So we're in the middle of the sixth. Rump and Coach Newell having a discussion about the sandy conditions here at Graves, which is very much the baseball's answer to beach volleyball. I suppose it's good for sliding, not good for fielding. It's not good for the poor pitchers or the hitters who are really. You can imagine yourself standing in a beach volleyball court and trying to get a good, uh, firm grip on the ground with your cleats. That's about what it's like to hit in the right-hand batter's box. Your left-hand batter's box is not as bad, but generations of batters have gradually churned the right-hand batter's box into a sort of let's see, sort of the fine sand of an hourglass. Less than ideal. Tell ourselves that if we ever do get a turf field here in HRM, we'll be so adept at handling terrible bounces on ground balls that our fielders will just excel tremendously, but that day may never come. No defensive changes for the Gateways here in the bottom of the sixth. Mood Ross remains at third, Newell at short, Kenzie at second, and Barnes at first. Wesley behind the plate. I believe it's Pierce in center. No changes, in fact, overall. Thurber in right, Rose in left.
Now, buddy, for the man, number 99, Kyan Mitchell.
All right, so leading off for the Mets here in the bottom of the sixth will be Caius Mitchell. First pitch is the curveball from Barnes. Called strike one. Fastball, but it'll be down. Ooh, it caught Ben Wesley as it sort of bounced up at him. It caught him in the neck. So he's going to just walk it off a bit. Ooh, some of the force of the ball was taken off by the ground, but fortunately it's firmer than elsewhere in front of the plate. Seems okay though. Shakes it off. 1-1. It'll be the slider. I think maybe the curveball. It's almost hit me. Foul back 1-2. Curveball again. This one hit very high, but into the Yarmouth dugout area. Still 1-2. One of the balls thrown back in. Still 1-2. Fastball called strike three. Oh, real two have gone. Another K for Brown.
Now, buddy, for the man, number 13, Fernando.
And Fernando Sucre will be the batter. Brown increasingly deploying both the curveball and the slider. That's the curveball. Swung on and missed for strike one. Makes me think it's not the curveball, it's the fastball. It turns out it's the slider. There's the slider. Foul back off the very end of the bat for strike two. So although Brown has plenty of velocity, I think this is a real demonstration, kind of master class in how pitching is the art of deception. Curveball will be bounced, difficult bounce, and here comes Mood Ross flowing on the fly, and Sucre beats it out at first. Great attempt by Mood Ross as he did a kind of triple jump. First to read the bounce, then to get the glove on it, and then to come up throwing on the off foot. And it was just hard to get enough mustard on it to beat the speedy Sucre. So it's an infield hit for Sucre. And with one away, he will be the runner at first, and McFadden the batter. There goes Sucre. It'll be fouled back by McFadden off the end of the bat, and Sucre will have to return to first. And a good jump. Here's the 0-1. Brown looking over at first. Sucre taking a lead. He's going again, and swinging a miss on a curveball. Sucre is in safe with a stolen base. Wesley doing a good job getting the throw down, but interesting, the slight difference in time it takes for the pitch to reach on a breaking ball. I think there was a difference there. 1-2 on Slim. Oops, and it'll catch him just off the top of the back. He didn't feel it at all. He sort of literally bounced off the top of his. Sort of hit him where the D and first D in McFadden was, and just when it kept going.
Number 2, Johnson.
So looking for a better ball. All right, a fresher ball enters the game. And with one away and runners at first and second, the batter will be Carson Johnson. Gateway is playing at regular depth. Looking for the out. That's the curveball, which will be outside. One ball. Hard fastball. I should have had the gun on that one. That was a heater. And there goes Sucre on a delayed steal, and he will be in safe. Wow. Aggressive base running by Sucre as he ran on the throw back. That's impressive. Even so, Brown very closely, very nearly got him. But Sucre slid in under the tag. First and third, so Wesley will come out to give signs to the infield. McFadden the runner on first. And the batter, Carson Johnson, counted as 2-0. Throws bunt, and he will bunt it down the first base line. And no play, and the throw will back go into right field. Here comes Sucre to score. McFadden comes around to third. As the flip to first was just a little high. Well, in the face of excellent pitching from both teams, runs for both sides have really come on taking advantage of miscues. Johnson at First will be Hartling, who will swing deliberately and miss at the pitch to allow Johnson to come to second. 0-1 on Hearts here with one away, and runners now at second and third. That's threatening. Shows bunt but pulls it back as the curveball will be low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bunt again, this time pulled back on the curveball. Curveball is about 58-60, by the way. Sliders at about 70-71, and the fastball 74-79. 2-1 on Hearts. It's 2-1. It's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike one. Strike two, pardon me. 2-2. That'll take off the bunt option. The Mets are feeling very confident. Here's the 2-2. And called strike three on the upper outside corner for second out. That's the 12th K of the outing for Brown. And he is now, that was his last pitch as he had reached his maximum. And last batter had been called. So he comes out. Can't give you the final line on him. I guess the inning is complete as he will be responsible for the couple of runners there are on. Although one of them reached on an error. So it should be a big round of applause for him as he comes out. They're probably just going to have to put him somewhere else in the field, though, so he doesn't get the opportunity to walk out. He does. And a round of applause for Brown. At least I'm giving one. Everybody should be. And he'll be relieved by Lakewood Ross, I believe. Yes, number 23. He threw a bit in one of the games yesterday, but not enough to make him eligible to pitch today. So we'll see who comes off the bench to take his spot at third. If there's a general reconfiguration. The batter he will face will be Connor Kennedy, here with 2 away, and runners at second and third. Kennedy is 1 for 2. On deck behind him is Keaton Bond. First pitch to Kennedy is going to be low. 1 ball. This will be hit on the ground. Bouncing ball to second base where Thurber will pick it up and throw to first for the out. So, Lloyd Ross with 2 pitches gets them out of a jam. Mets do score one more, but they will have their work cut out for them in the 7th, even if they are able to prevent any more Yarmouth runs from scoring in the top of the 7th. She's coming out to work again on the mound. No changes defensively for the Mets. Batten in left, Johnson in center, Bond in right. Park at first, Myers at second, Hartling at shortstop, and Zucker at third. Kennedy, who was the batter at the close of the last inning, will be putting on his gear as Coach Fupmate is out to warm up Mitchell. All right, leading off for Gateways here in the top of the seventh will be Ben Wesley, the catcher. On deck behind him is Nickerson. First pitch is fastball, bounced in for ball one. The forearm of the Mets catcher, Connor Kennedy. One ball. That'll be bounced in again, 2-0. Fastball knocked down, and it's off the glove of the pitcher. And hope he's okay. Not sure what happened. It meant him to knock his glove off. And Ben beat the throw with shortstop Harting was backing up the play and threw to first, but not sure where it got him. Coach Nick Gage. Not sure what happened there. We'll have to get the replay. But it's an infield hit for Ben Wesley. And he will be a runner at first here for the Gateways with nobody out. And Mark Dickerson, number 9, standing in. He looks down to Coach Newell at third, as no doubt does the runner Wesley on first. There's the throw down, and he'll be in safe. Pitch was a ball, I believe. So Wesley stands on second. Fastball on the outside part of the plate is fouled off the tip of the bat for strike one. One ball and one strike. Fastball fouled off the no cricket permitted sign. It's the one sign we can't afford to lose. Although, I don't think you could ever manage to get onto the field to play any sport if you had not booked it. This field is jealously guarded. There's a 1-2. Fastball taken at the sneeze for called strike three. One away, Wesley runner on second. Batter will be Blake Woodross, number 23, who has come in relief here on the mound for the Gateways. Oh. First pitch is a fastball fouled back. Ball will be slapped to second. Myers will make a good play on a bouncing ball, and they get him by a step. 2 away. And the batter will be Carson McKenzie, the second baseman. Fastball up and in for ball one. Fastball down, 2-0. Hard fastball inside. Here comes Nickerson. And they get him at home. A nice flip by Kennedy. All right, so the Mets hold them scoreless here in the top of the seventh. And they have their work cut out for them. They need 6 to tie. In other words, biggest inning they've had yet. Mets have scored. They scored 1 in the second, 4 in the third, and got 1 again in the sixth. That's where their runs have come from. Leading off for the Mets will be Keaton Vaughn, followed by John Park, and then Thomas Myers. Barnes remains at first. I think it is Thurber back at second base. Yes, it is. Newell remains at short, and it can't be moved Ross at third because he is on the mound. Unless there are 2 of him. That would be a very underhanded strategy by the. It's number 18. Sorry, that is McKenzie. So McKenzie shifts over to third. Thurber taking over at second. All right, that explains everything. Didn't have to get into Christopher Nolan territory. All right, so Mood Ross looking to close it out here for the Gateways. Mets will have to be looking for base runners above all. We'll see much in the way of bunting. Unless it's the celebratory kind. All right. The bottom of the seventh. Mets need 6. For that, they need a base runner. And first hitter, Keaton Vaughn, will be looking to give them one. This pitch to him is down for ball 1. Hard hit on the ground. It'll be in the gap for a base hit for Keaton Bond on the left side. And he stands at first base. And the batter will be John Park, number 19.
For the man, number 19.
Curveball from Mudros, swung on and missed for strike one. Fastball taken for called, strike two. Bond showing that he might run and skillfully drawing the second baseman away from right side, but then returning to first. 0-2, Mudros shakes off the first one, the second one. Here's the 0-2. It's the plate, and it'll be a nice pitch, but not tempting Park. This is low and away, 1-2. Foul straight back at my face for nothing. For the throws. 1-2. Ross checks on the runner. And delivers. It'll be a fastball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The ball will miss outside. Full count on Park. Called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Mudros. As he gets the K.
For the man, number 11.
And Thomas Myers was standing. Curveball is sliced over at on top of the roof of the rugby clubhouse. I don't know if that one's coming back anytime soon. Fans watching from the bar. There's a bar here at the field in the rugby clubhouse. And pick off at first and Barnes at first making a good deke to try and make Bond, the runner, think that it might have gone over his head, but they exchange a smile. 1-1. Ball strike 2, and Bond's into second with a stolen base. 0-2 on Myers. On deck is Declan Pierce. It'll be low and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That'll be curveball will miss low and away. 2-2 on Myers. Keaton Bond, the runner at second, doing his job to try and keep middle infield occupied. There he goes. He's running, and it's foul, tipped into the strike in the mitt of Ben Wesley, who held onto it for the K. So 2 away as Bond advances to third on the stolen base.
For the man,
But the Gateways are playing for big strikes, and the Mets are down to their last out. Declan Pierce will be the batter. He'll hit this one in the air. It'll be a line drive. That'll cash in Bond from third. Piers is going to be, as he is 1 for 3 on the game.
Now, buddy, for the man, number 99,
That'll bring up Caius Mitchell, trying to keep the 2-out rally going here. Hard fastball taken for a called strike one. Fastball up for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curveball lifted high to center, but caught by the center fielder, Dickerson. And makes a good grab, and that'll be the game as Moon Ross closes it out for the Gateways after a tremendous outing by Brown. The final line is Gateways 12 runs on 12 hits. They made 6 errors. Halifax 7 runs on 7 hits. They made 2 errors. All right, so it's 1:15. We're scheduled to get going again at 2 o'clock. We do join us again for that, folks. Possibly we may start a little earlier, but I don't think we will. We'll have to see. Not sure what each team's plans are. There'll be a shift of umpiring crews. Actually, we probably can't start before 2 o'clock. So, therefore, do check in with us at 2 o'clock, and we'll see you then.